respond. And that gives us a direct opportunity to determine how we want to respond.
And then the other question, we'll pull that map back up again. For those who say that people in the, if you see in the middle right here, that are currently red, shifting to
Mhm.
blue, how do we address the concern that some of those voters and generally red-leaning areas may feel
Sure.
that they're being silenced?
Well, I think one of the things is to pay attention, especially when we have these deep red districts, which we see throughout parts of Virginia, and even in these deep blue parts of Virginia, right? We have elected officials who have gotten comfortable, that have never had a tough reelection, that have never had a tough election opportunity, right? So they get comfortable. They go around to the people they want to go around to. They go around talking to their comfort zones and their echo chambers. But now, if you pay attention to those maps, there's a lot of light blue areas, which, yeah, they're gonna trend blue. But those Democrats who are running in those areas, those Republicans who are running in their areas, are going to have to get out and go into new territory. They're going to have to get out and have a conversation. And even though you see a map maybe 10 to 1, a lot of those light blue areas, a Republican can still win, right? And so it's going to require these candidates, especially some of these incumbents, to get out and have conversations that they may not have ever had before, right? They may have to go out to other communities that they've never been to before. So even though it may look like a 10-1 map, there's still a few of these areas, especially if there's a well-liked incumbent who can still win in that light blue area who's a Republican, but it's going to require them to campaign. And even some of these Democrats, it's not just a cakewalk just because it's a light blue area, right? They still have to get out. They're still going to have to campaign. And even after they win, they still have to show up. And I have to give a shout out. I know, as our governor, Abigail Spanberger, when she was a congresswoman, she spent time in the rural parts of the 7th Congressional District, in Culpeper, in Madison, in Orange, having conversation, especially with farmers and agriculture, right? And so these new maps are going to require those people who are in those seats campaigning, one, to get out into the community and have conversations with folks, and then two, whoever the elected official is after after November, they're still going to have to be present. They're still going to have to be there because this still does not shy them off from a primary later down the road or another general election challenger later down the road. So just because they win in November doesn't mean they're a shoe in and they're staying in for the next couple of years.
Right.